All right, time now for something we're calling State Your Case, where we break down the 3 Week 1 top 10 matchups. The guys will be assigned a team, and they must state their case as to why that team will win. We'll have official picks in a couple weeks, of course. But let's start with the semifinal rematch, a 1-versus-3 showdown between Texas and Ohio State. The deep and talented Longhorns are destined for a third straight trip to the CFP if Arch Manning proves he's up to the task. The Buckeyes may have the best offensive player and defensive player in the country, though. They, too, have a new starting quarterback with gobs of talent around it.
Well, it's a great opportunity. You know, Ohio State's a great team. You know, Coach Day's done a fantastic job with that program, defending national champs. Probably have 2 of the best players in the country, one on offense, one on defense, in a hostile environment. But looking forward to it too. You know, this is why you come to Texas, is they're playing games like this early in the season. Get yourselves ready for SEC play. Give us a little bit of a barometer of where we're at. But it's not going to make or break our season.
And that is kind of true now. This new 12-team deal, you can have a mulligan or 2. All right, now, Rick, you're going to make the case for an Ohio State win. BJ for Texas, and sure. Aaron will be the judge first round here.
Love it.
May it please the court that Ohio State's the home team here. We all have heard of the shoe. We know what kind of prowess those Buckeye fans wield when they get there, and they're excited for the contest. Listen, Ryan Day's in a perfect position here. He's going to start a new quarterback. We're expecting it to be Julian Sayin. He's going to have probably a bunch of scheme throws, meaning taking some pressure off of him. Defense will be new with Matt Patricia, meaning Texas can't go back and look at last year's film. Give me the Buckeyes in a very low-scoring game.
Give me my Texas Longhorns. They have seen this movie before. Arch Manning's a new starter. He played sparingly in that last game versus Ohio State in the college football playoff, got dinged a bit in that ball game. But he has more experience having started in SEC games, whereas Saying or whoever starts for Ohio State hasn't. And Ohio State has holes on their offensive line, defensive line. Texas, some concerns about their O-line as we see it today. But aside from that, you've got other skilled players. Ryan Wingo, who will become a household name. DeAndre Moore, already a household name at that receiving corps. Give me a hand.
Judge Taylor
Smith.
All right.
The judge is deliberated, and the court finds that it agrees with one Richard Neuhauser. And the reason why is because this game's going to come down to quarterback play. And you got one that's playing at home, I'm just saying, and first-year quarterbacks do really well in Ryan Day's system. And you got another starter who's got some experience but never on the road, never in a big game early. Texas, you got to go all the way back to Maryland.
Does the judge
back in 2018 before they played a big game, especially on the road. Ohio State wins. The rules for Coach Neuheisel.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Can I please have this back
Both
for my
you will be
ear?
0-1.
And it's Neuheisel, Your Honor.
Sorry. I didn't know you could deliberate by yourself. All right. Up next, Tiger on Tiger action. The real Death Valley is on the line. Who gets to claim that title as well? LSU and Clemson. All right, here we go. LSU bolstered its lineup with a top-rated transfer class, but it is the return of standout quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. Rick Sky that has Brian Kelly thinking playoff, talking to their mutual agent on Netflix. Clemson's Dabo Sweeney finally dipped his toe in the portal, but it's the homegrown players led by Cade Klubnik who are the key to a playoff return. BJ makes the case for Clemson here.
Tigers are back, and they are back built in the same mold of those championship teams that we saw about a decade ago. This team is stacked on the defensive side of the ball, and that's where it starts. Terrell at the cornerback position. He can take your elite receiver out of the ball game. Woods on the defensive line. He and Parker at the end. They are stellar, and they will be first-round picks in the NFL. On the offensive side, you now have receivers that Klubnik believes in, and this is a quarterback that gets better and better each and every year, not just with his arm, but also running.
Time's up. AT, your 30 seconds.
Baby, there's only one real Tiger in this game, and that's the LSU Tigers, baby. The Bayou Bengals going to get it done. Cajun. Garrett Nussmeier, think about the bloodlines. Think about the games that he's had where he's throwing darts all over the field. Think about the wide receiver core. Brad Davis, the offensive line coach, is expecting that unit to take a step forward. And we all know that LSU has struggled mightily
in the first game of the season. So the way that you correct that to help focus is by having a dang reality show to distract the whole team. That's going to work in their favor, actually, LSU.
Yeah, baby.
I'm going with Counselor Jones in this particular case, even though I think LSU's winning the game. When you brought up the reality show, you threw your objectivity completely out.
Rule in my favor, but say I agree with you. The opposing counsel.
It's called range, BJ. It's the dog whistle.
He's giving you the win here, man.
Judge here, and I censored you.
Take the win.
You know how this works, BJ? You've been in court a lot. You think you would know how this works.
He's saying that's how good your argument was.
Guilty.
Of all the charges.
I did it.
I confess to it all. All right, now to Miami and Notre Dame, the 7th meeting between the two since the infamous Catholics versus convicts game in 1988 before Aaron got there.
I hate that.
Well, that's what they called it.
Well, they shouldn't have.
It was a T-shirt. The Irish are breaking in a new quarterback for a 5th straight year, but whoever wins the job will have a super talented backfield behind him. The Canes have one of the most experienced QBs in the nation in Carson Beck. Time will tell if the Georgia transfer can fill the huge shoes left by Cam Ward. Now, Aaron will make the case for Notre Dame, but first, Rick makes the case for Miami.
This all starts with experience, Your Honor. This is the quarterback, Carson Beck, who we've seen in major games while playing for the University of Georgia. As a matter of fact, the last time he played a complete game, it was an 8-overtime thriller against Georgia Tech, and he found a way to get victory for the Bulldogs in that particular night. There's plenty of talent. They got a new defensive coordinator in Corey Heatherman coming from Minnesota. Will shore up things on that side of the ball. Listen, this team is dying to get to the college football playoff, narrowly missing in front of the home crowd, in front of and beating Notre Dame. They'll excite the U.
Well, all I can say is they couldn't get it done last year with Cam Ward. They're not getting it done this year with what they got coming back. The case for Notre Dame is this. This is a better Irish team this year than the one that we saw in the national championship that wasn't nearly as talented as Ohio State, but played with the grit and the tenacity to claw their way back into this game. C.J. Carr is going to be a star. You've got Jeremiah Love behind an offensive line. The one thing to keep an eye on with the Irish is that the injury bug has hit them already again here in the preseason, but they've got the depth to take the run. They're going to beat Miami soundly in week 1.
He made my case, Your Honor.
BJ, well, you make the call.
Can I not choose either?
You could.
First of all, whoever came up with that Catholic versus convict, you're in contempt, and you should come see me. I'm going to put you in handcuffs. I'm going to rule in favor of the Irish. I agree. They overcame attrition on that offensive line a season ago. This offensive line is much better this year. Quarterback play will be consistent and balanced, and there's speed on this Irish. I mean, come on. Marcus Freeman, he's sexy. He's made Notre Dame sexy again.
Did you have a pick for who had the better case, though?
Notre Dame. Okay. I just said that. Did you miss that part?
Given your pick.
Get out of my court.